Hey, Laura Lively here. Welcome to you and all of your parts. I thought I would give you an update on my road rage part. Now, I have not taken this part into a therapy session with my IFS therapist, but I have spent a lot of time with it. I've been curious about it. I would like to know what triggers it. I would like to know what's the underlying issue that this part has that causes it to, get out and get so growly with people and have me chase folks down on a highway. Behavior that's maybe a little extreme, in my opinion, but not the part's opinion. And so I asked it, why? What happens? Tell me what happens that you get so upset. And so a couple things came up with the road rage part. It said to me, it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful when people cut you off. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That is interesting. Right? What? I don't know, but that's what it feels. It feels like this intense disrespect. It also doesn't like slow drivers. Like the speed limit's the speed limit, do the speed limit. If you're under the speed limit, it doesn't like it. It really doesn't like it. So I have spent this part showed up. Well, it's been around for years, but I think I started talking to you guys about it back in the summer. And what I found was that the more I spent some time with it, the more I was able to recognize when it could get active. And then I was able to work with it kind of in real time as things were going down. And I thought I would share this with you as an opportunity to maybe model how I worked with the part, and maybe you could use this with your own parts. Because like I said, I've never taken this part to therapy, but we recently were in a situation just last week that part showed up. I was ready for it to show up because I was able to recognize when it could show up. So for example, I'm out on a 2-lane highway. I am late for a meeting and I'm suddenly behind like a line of 6 cars, one of which was a semi-tractor trailer, 18-wheeler, and as we call them in the United States. And people seem to be going quite slow. So because I'm aware that this is when my road rage part could show up, I started talking to it. I was like, hey, buddy. And it's like, girl, we're late. We're already late. And I said, you know what, dude? I hear that. This is definitely male energy. And I was like, dude, yes, we are late. I've already told the person we're going to be late, so they're aware of that. And I was like, and if you take a look at this 2-lane highway, it's pretty curvy. And I don't see any way that we could safely go pass all 6 of these cars, particularly once. And one of them's a semi-trailer. And the part was like, grr, I could just feel the like frustration and aggravation and energy in my body. And then it starts calculating. It starts looking. It's looking at the cars. It's looking at, the other side of the highway. Could we get around? What could we get around? And the road rage part said, this guy is the slowpoke, the one on the end. You can go around him. You can pass him. Now I have to tell you, my parts thought, I don't really see that that's going to help us a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, meaning I don't think that's going to get us home much faster. That was at least another part, doubting part, right? But I said, okay, you're right. I can safely pass this guy and we'll see what happens. So we had all just been turning off of another highway onto this other to a secondary highway. So I did go ahead and safely pass the slowpoke, and we could see him disappearing in our rear view mirror. And my part was calmer. And luckily, once the semi got up to speed, we were actually clipping along at a pretty good clip. So what happened in the system was the road rage part felt seen and heard. My safety and worry parts were actually also very calm because we weren't trying to do something dangerous like pass 6 cars at once. And the road rage part also felt quite, what's the word? Satisfied and self-satisfied, actually, because he was right. The one car was definitely slower than all of the other ones in front of us. And so he felt kind of vindicated that I took his advice, and he liked that. So I just thought I would share with you that being able to work with our parts, being able to be aware of when they're going to come up, So anytime I'm on a 2-lane highway, I am looking for my road rage part. I'm the one that initiated a conversation with the part. I don't want to do anything to make the part feel ashamed or belittled about what its behavior is. And just me spending a little time with it over the last few months has made it it's made it much less reactionary. So I hope this is helpful for you, for me to kind of walk through a continuation and an update on me and the road rage part. We currently have a better relationship. We've been able to keep road rage down to a minimum, and I've never even had to take him to therapy. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know. Drop me a line at laura@lauralively.com. And until the next time, love to you and all of your parts.